Hey, we're back with the next one. I just ended the last one. On my way to the bank to get a new card. Where I left off in the last one. I started getting sidetracked and all these stories and stuff. Pretty drive. Matter of fact, I'm going to turn this to vent. I'm going to crack the window a little bit because I'm getting hot. And it's like 20-some degrees, or is it 30 degrees already? It's getting nicer for 34 maybe. Can't tell, it's really tiny and I got to pay attention to the back. Turn this down a little bit. So it ain't so hot coming up there. I'm trying to calm myself down a little bit because I'm not upset or nothing. I'm just frustrated. You get to see a skeleton when I'm coming by here. Look at that skeleton. Should have showed up, I don't know. I got 12 more miles to go. Quiet there. Started really thinking about all this stuff. I didn't know where I was at first, but now I know where I am. It took me a second. Well, it's kind of a different holiday. Well, I've been to that holiday numerous times. I'm over by my friend Mandy's house, kind of. Yeah, I didn't even know. I should have known where I was going, but because I got so much in my mind. I think I was turning left or not. I don't know. It almost looks like this is one lane up ahead, and I don't know. I hope I'm in the right lane. Yeah, because that's the turn lane over there. It's got to be this lane. Well, I hope your day is going well. Any challenges you go through, talk to God. To pray to God. You don't. You know, my mom taught me when I was a kid. Before I went to bed, I'd put my hands together and I'd get on my knees by the side of my bed and pray and say my bedtime prayers. And it's so good to pray like that too. But you can just talk to God. God hears you. And if you can't talk, He knows. He knows what you're feeling and thinking. And if you can't, and if you're really hurting and you're just in tears, and thinking to God, He knows. He knows what you're feeling and thinking. I talk to Him all the time, just like I'm talking to you right now. I hope these videos are coming across the way I kind of want them to. You know, that's why I'm not editing and doing a production. I'm just talking to you. You know, telling you stories or talking about me. Or I hope you can feel that. I hope it helps you get to know me. Or because I believe the more you get to know me, the more you'll see my faith and maybe that'll help people to, you know, it's gotta be a reason I'm doing this. Gotta be a reason God sent me on this path. What's speeding up here? I'll go a little faster. We got a line behind me. Sometimes I get thinking hard and my instinct, like this is a 55-mile-an-hour road, because I'm driving a camper that's taller. It's not really windy today, but it's windy. It's instinctive for me to go about 45, you know, or less, and that's what I was doing. I was going about 45 because I wasn't thinking, and this was 55 here, so I ended up with a big line of vehicles caught up to each other behind me. Happens when I got a lot on my mind. I automatically end up driving a little slower. This is a safe thing, a good thing. They got some nice horses there. It's kind of neat to see some horses. See, if I look at the brighter side of things, or if I try to be an optimist and look at the good in a tough situation, it just didn't happen to me today. I went to see them horses. And I want to be able to tell you that I just got to see some neat horses. I wish some horses would have seen me. They would have said, look at that human. I got to see another different human. Yeah, and I used to ride my motorcycle around. I'd take different back roads to look at farms and horses and cows and all that stuff. So many times I'd pull over on the shoulder by farmland or that, get off my bike to stretch my legs, and of course I was a smoker then, so I'd have a cigarette break, and I'd end up talking to cows or horses or whatever. And this one horse I'd visit every so often, he really liked me, and anytime I pull over to have a cigarette break, he'd come over to that fence and he'd just listen to me talk to him, you know. Because, you know, my mom died. I was all alone, so I was talking to this horse. And I think that horse could sense it. He was just there for me, kind of. But it was neat, because I talked to him, and after I had a cigarette, I'd get ready to go, and then he'd, like, stomp his foot when I'd start going away. And then if I stopped and talked to him, like, what, do you want me to stay? Then he wouldn't stomp his foot. But if I tried to get ready to leave, he'd start stomping his foot again. Like he wanted me to talk to him longer. He wanted me to talk to him. And that I got to where with that horse, I could tell when I talked to him enough or something. You know, it was really neat. You know, and sometimes I'd get ready to leave, and he wouldn't stomp his foot because we had talked enough. And other times, he'd just kind of start backing away from the fence a little bit, but then stand there in case I wanted to talk more, you know. And oh shit, I gotta go this way. I almost missed it because I was busy thinking about that horse. And it's pretty neat. So I actually ended up with kind of a friendship with that horse. Now that I don't have a motorcycle, I probably won't see that horse for a long time. So we'll drive over to the camper. But I was really hard times, and I was really emotional. In the first year of my mom being passed, been healing more and more, and I'll still miss her. Times are going to come up and I'm going to think about her or something, and I'll probably get emotional. But yeah, the first year was really tough, especially the first 6 months or so. And, you know, with all the ugliness of my siblings and stuff, yeah, it made it even harder. You know, I should have kept my faith in God, which I did. I have my faith in God, but I also had false faith in my siblings. That them knowing that I'd been around my parents on a regular basis, because other than not like them, you know, I'm not knocking them. I just chose to do that. I chose to have part of my life to be there to make sure my parents' lawn would get mowed or the shoveling and all that kind of stuff, you know, so they didn't have to end up in a nursing home or something, you know. And my other siblings, you know, they had significant others, boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, whatever, you know, so maybe they didn't have as much time, but I decided to make the time no matter what, you know, because I figured my parents put a lot into me that I need to be there for them, and part of that comes from martial arts, you know, and Japanese culture and stuff, they respect their elders, you know, and they take care of their elders. You know, it's just stuff I've learned before I got to meet my master. You know, I pay attention to some of how cultures really respected and took care of their elders, you know. I found that very important. Whereas my brother and sisters, there's a jealousy there that they felt like I was favored or something because of that. It wasn't that I was favored. I mean, I probably, because I was always there for mom and dad, I probably had much more appreciation because they knew I was there to help them in their older years. So there was an appreciation there. It wasn't that they loved me more or nothing, but there was appreciation for my actions that wasn't there for my siblings, you know. That doesn't mean they loved us any differently. But my false faith in my siblings was that, you know, because I was super close to both my parents, because I was there all the time, I just figured my siblings would pull together and be there for me, and knowing we could be there for each other. I didn't think it was going to be all this stealing and trying to get everything and take everything and all this vengeance and all of that. But as much as that hurts my heart that happened, I'm still close to God, and that won't get taken away from me. It's kind of funny when I think about it. My brother, I didn't think about it until later on when I look back at it. I almost feel like he was trying to manipulate me, which he does with everybody, but he kept saying to me in the beginning, well, I hope you don't start hating God for this or that. And he kept saying it, like he was putting it in my head. And then he started telling me about, about me killing myself and stuff like that, blah, 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 blah. Well, I wasn't talking like that, but he kept, like, repeating that kind of stuff to me. And I don't know if my brother, he's pretty dark, so then after some of the not nice stuff he's done, I don't know it, but I felt like, after I started analyzing it more later, that almost like he was kind of hoping that bad stuff had happened to me or something. Yeah, God started really opening my eyes to stuff as I was getting healed from the hurt from it all. He started opening my eyes more to how people were treating me. And he started showing some stuff. He just showed me. I've had the Lord show me where I'm at here. Oh, pretty rocky. I've had points in my life where God is basically showing me, like a videotape in my mind, a situation that's happening that I ain't nowhere near, that involves me, or without people doing something behind my back or something. Basically showing me just like it was a videotape, like I was watching it live, and I seen it in my mind, and it turns out to be true. Very true. Down to the color, the clothes, and what people are wearing and everything. You know, pretty impressive. You know, some of it was hurtful stuff that I had to watch, but I know God did it for a good reason. I guess we better bring this one to an end so don't get too long. My arm thing here so I can lean over a little bit. I got a few miles before I get to my destination. Thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you will. And God bless you. Run to God, talk to God. We'll see you on the